Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We come again for this Malaysian Studies and Culture. So this week we touch on the chapter number 8, where we look at the Malaysian heritage. And in Malaysian heritage, we will be looking at the buildings and architecture, the performing arts, the martial arts, and also the crafting in Malaysia. So first, we look at the buildings and architecture of Malaysia. So Malaysian architecture uniquely integrates, of course, Islamic, Chinese, and also European colonial influences. So this creates a captivating and diverse design tapestry that reflects the nation's rich cultural heritage. So the Malay architecture has evolved under various influences. For example, the northern part of Malaysia normally resembles those in Thailand. So this reflect the regional similarities, while the southern part of Malaysia will share the resemblance with Java in Indonesia. And this showcasing the diverse architectural adaptations across different parts of Malaysia. While the European introductions of new materials like glass and nails significantly altered traditional architecture in Malaysia. So the architecture in Malaysia has changed due to these influences. So houses are built for tropical conditions in Malaysia. So these raised on the stilts with high roofs and also large windows. This to allow the air to flow through the house and cool it down. So normally in Malaysia, the house is built with woods, and woods has been the main building materials for much of Malaysia's history. It is used for everything from simple kampong to the royal palaces. Beside woods, other common materials such as bamboo and leaves also were used in building the house in Malaysia. So for example, the Istana Kayangan in Kuala Kangsar, which is constructed in 1926. So it stands out as the sole Malay palace featuring bamboo walls and marking a distinctive architectural choice within Malaysia's historical royal structures. The Malacca, which was a traditional center of trades, has a large variety of building styles. If you look at in the picture, the styles of the architecture was different. The roof, the large wooden structures such as the palace of Sultan Mansur Shah exist from early periods of Malacca. So the orang asal of the East Malaysia live in long houses and water villages. The long houses are elevated and on stilts, and the house can accommodate around 20 to 100 families, emphasizing a collective and interconnected lifestyle among the community. The water villages in East Malaysia are constructed on stilts, with houses interconnected by planks and transportation primarily facilitated by boats. This architectural style reflects a harmonious integrations of the community with the aquatic environment, emphasizing mobility and water-based connectivity. We go to the Chinese architecture in Malaysia. The traditional style reflects classic elements with its emphasis on symmetry, wooden structures, and intricate detailing In contrast, Baba Nyonya architecture, synonymous with the Peranakan culture, introduces a unique blend of Chinese, Malay, and European influences. Baba Nyonya households are characterized by vibrant tiles, particularly in shades of blue and green, and often boast large indoor courtyards that provide a sense of openness and tranquility. As you see in the picture, the greenhouses, the Chinese influence can be seen in brightly decorated temples and terrace shop houses. The influence of Chinese design is further showcased in the elaborately decorated temples, adorned with vibrant colors, intricate carvings, and symbolic motifs. Terrace shop houses, a common sight in urban areas, reflect Chinese architectural principles with their narrow frontages and interconnected structure. As in overall, Chinese architecture in Malaysia beautifully intertwines traditions and cultural diversity. This creates a visual tapestry that mirrors the rich history and multicultural heritage of the region. Now we go to the Indian architecture. The Indian architecture came with the Malaysian Indians, reflecting the architecture of southern India, where most originated from. And the largest remaining Portuguese structure in Malacca is the Alfamosa Fort. And other colonial building includes the Dutch stadthuis, the Dutch colonial town brick buildings, and buildings built by the British, such as the Memorial House, which combines Baroque and Islamic architecture. In modern times, the government has promoted different projects, from the tallest twin buildings, twin towers, the building in the world, the Petronas Twin Towers, to a whole garden city, Putrajaya. And Malaysia firms are developing skyscraper designs that are specifically for tropical climates. Now we go to the performing arts in Malaysia. Malaysia's performing arts offer a rich tapestry of classical, folk, syncretic, popular, and contemporary expressions. Classical and folk traditions dating back to the pre-colonial manifest in diverse forms, like Nobat, which is royal ceremonial music, the Mak Yong, a traditional theatre, the Mak Inang, dance drama, the Dike Barat is a group of singing, and Ulik Mayang, which is popular in Terengganu, is a ritual dance, and Menora, a traditional dance drama in Kelantan. These art forms not only reflect Malaysia's cultural heritage, but also serve as vibrant channels for storytelling and artistic expressions. As you can see, the Nobat on the left, the Mak Yong, Dike Barat, and Ulik Mayang. The syncretic music developed during the post-Portuguese period in 16th century and contains elements from both local music and foreign elements of Arabian, Persian, Indian, Chinese, and Western musical and theatrical sources. Among genres of these musics are Zapin, which is from Arab, Ghazal is from the Persians and Northern Indian, Dondang Sayang, which is believed from Malacca and influenced by the Portuguese, and Mata Katinga, Joget, also Branyo from Portuguese, GK, Boria, and also Bangsawan, most likely from the British. The Chinese traditional performing arts, these may be folk dance or dance that were once performed as rituals or as an entertainment spectacle. Among the best known of the Chinese traditional dance are the dragon dance and the lion dance. Performed with a lion costume, represents courage and protection against evil spirits. Both dances have historical roots dating back to the earlier Chinese dynasties, evolving over time into iconic cultural expressions. The intricate choreography, vibrant costumes, and symbolic elements make these performances not only visually striking but also deeply significant in Chinese cultural heritage. The Indian traditional performing arts. India's contemporary classical dance have ancient roots deeply embedded in its rich history. The term Indian classical dance is a relatively recent umbrella term that encompasses a blend of styles from centuries-old Hindu musical theatre. These dances are a vibrant expressions of India's cultural and artistic heritage, showcasing a diverse range of traditions, storytelling, and rhythmic movements that have evolved over centuries. As you can see in the picture, is the Bhangra, Odissi, and Kathakali. Bhangra, Odissi, and Kathakali are distinct traditional dance forms from different regions of India, each with its own unique style, history, and cultural significance. Bhangra, originating from the Punjab region, Bhangra is a lively and energetic dance form known for its vibrant movements and rhythmic beats. Often associated with the celebration of the harvest season, Bhangra incorporates dynamic footwork, expressive gestures, and traditional Punjabi music. Since the Punjabi also, we have a Punjabi people in Malaysia, so we have also the Bhangra dance in Malaysia. So Odissi, hailing from the eastern state of Odisha. Odissi is a classical dance form with roots and ancient temples traditions. It is characterized by fluid and graceful movements, intricate footwork, storytelling through expressive facial expressions and hand gestures. While Kathakali, originating in the southern state of Kerala, Kathakali is a highly styled and dramatic dance drama that combines dance, music, and acting. Kathakali performers wear elaborate costumes and makeup, and the dance involves intricate facial expressions, hand gestures, and symbolic movements to convey stories from Indian epics. These dance forms contribute to the rich tapestry of Indian performing arts in Malaysia, showcasing the diversity and cultural richness of different regions within the country. For the Orang Asli traditional performing arts, Sewang is a traditional dance performed by the Aboriginal Orang Asli people in Malaysia. Originally, the dance was performed for funeral, for Thanksgiving, or to treat the sick or wounded, and now it is also used to entertain foreign travelers. It involves dancing in a circle to music produced from bamboo. You can see the Sewang with a nice costume. We go to the Sabah traditional performing arts. The Sabah most famous traditional art dance, or the Mangunatip, combines skills, precision, and agility. Dancers hop in and out of two clapping bamboo poles. This jaw-dropping spectacle performed by the Murut tribes has roots in paganism, healing ceremonies, and headhunting. So this Mangunatip making is not only a visually stunning performance, but also a significant cultural expression with deep historical connections. The Sarawak traditional performing arts, the Ngajat dan were very popular among the orang Ulu in Sarawak. It holds cultural significance. For the Iban people, Ngajat was historical, a trained dance associated with combat. However, it has evolved into a welcoming dance, especially during the Gawai Dayak Harvest Festival. This transformation reflects the cultural adaptability of traditional practices, turning Ngajat into a celebratory expression tied to important cultural festivities in Sarawak. For the general Malaysian timeline and music era, in 1950s, the musicians, the Malaysian legendary musicians, the actor, the singer, P. Ramlee, helped in creating a Malaysian music that combines folk music songs with Western dance rhythms and Western Asian music. P. Ramlee blended folk and Western and Asian influence, and 1960s saw the emergence of pop yeye, influenced by the British rock. The name was the name of the group, the Beatles. And the 1980s witnessed the popularizing of rap by the groups in Malaysia like KRU and For You to See, and I think in 1990s for information, 1990s, and also the peak of Malaysian rock featuring a fusion and blues rock and ballads, and it ranged in 1980s up to the end of 1990s. We go to the martial arts. In Malaysia, Malay Silat, also known as Seni Persilatan Melayu or simply Silat, is a combative art of self-defense from the Malay world that employs langkah and jurus to ward off or to strike assaults either with or without weapons. Silat encompasses a holistic approach to combat, emphasizing agility, technique, and adaptability in fending off assaults. The Chinese martial arts, Wushu, is a Chinese Kung Fu. It's a hard and soft and complete martial arts, as well as a full contact sport. It has a long history in reference to the Chinese martial arts. Wushu is not only a complete martial art but also a full contact sport. This highlights its dual nature, encompassing traditional martial principles and modern competitive elements. For the Indian martial arts, Silambam is a weapon-based Indian martial art originating in modern-day Tamil Nadu in the Indian subcontinent. This style is mentioned in Tamil Sangam literature circa 400 BCE. This highlighting its enduring historical significance in Indian martial tradition. We go to the crafting. Earthenware and ceramics was popular items of traditional design include perak labu sayong, the Chinese dragon clean ceramics, and Sarawakian tribal motif pottery. The traditional designs features items like perak labu sayong, characterized by its distinctive gourd shape. The Chinese dragon kilned ceramics known for intricate detailing and Sarawak tribal motif pottery reflecting unique indigenous patterns and styles from Sarawak. For the woodcraft, the engraved panels, caressed dagger handle, and Chinese containers, woodcrafts in Malaysia encompass intricately engraved panels, caressed dagger handles showcasing traditional craftsmanship, and Chinese container, each reflecting the rich artistic heritage and cultural diversity present in the regions and also in Malaysia. For metal craft, is a tepak sirih, as you can see in the picture, tepak sirih sets and rose water instruments and food container. This showcasing the country's skilled craftsmanship and cultural traditions. For hand woven crafts, such as bag, baskets, mats, hats, tudung saji, and also sepak raga balls. These items showcase the artistry and traditional weaving techniques that have been passed down through generations, reflecting both practical utility and cultural aesthetic in Malaysian craftsmanship. While batik, they're referring to the process of dyeing fabric by making use of a resistant technique, covering areas of cloth with wax that prevent it absorbing colors. The meticulous method results in intricate and colorful patterns in batik, making batik a distinctive and culturally significant art in Malaysia. The songket, utilizing an intricate supplementary weft technique where gold threads are woven in between the longitudinal silk threads of the background cloth. In the past, this rich and luxurious fabric demonstrated the social status of the Malay elite. In Sarawak, they have a puak kumbu. It's made from individual dyed threads on a backstrap loom. Its supernatural motifs are inspired by dreams and ancient animist beliefs. The tekat is the art of embroidering golden thread onto a base material. This generally velvet and was traditionally used to decorate the traditional Malay weddings regalia. You can see the other was the kerongsang is a traditional button. The cucuk sanggol, the traditional hairpin. The pending is ornamented belt buckle. And these are all jewelry and costume accessories used in Malaysian cultural heritage. And also you can see the Malay keris, the traditional Malay dagger. And that's all for the chapter number 8. Hoping that we can see you again the next time for the next chapter. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.